Hello guys, this is the Betamax Man here. Now we've got an exciting LaserDisc pickups video for the month of June. So there's only one disc left that's coming for this month, but it's not going to be here for another week or so. So what I'm going to do is we'll just like with Dante's Peak was the last one. So the last one for this month is going to be Chevy Chase Vegas Vacation. So that's going to be probably a week away, maybe a week and a half. And we'll show that as the last disc for the month of June. But let's just get on with the video and we'll show the most recent ones that I picked up. These are going to be all LaserDiscs that I bought and picked up for the month of June. Usually by the middle of the month or towards the end of the month, I've picked up LaserDiscs or Betamax tapes. I've actually picked up 2 or 3 beta tapes within this last month or so. And I do have more beta tapes that I want to add to my collection. So LaserDisc is obviously not the only thing that I collect. I mean, you guys know that hence the name, the Betamax Man, because not only do I repair beta VCRs, but I use beta VCRs. I love the beta format in general, and so that's why my channel is based off of the Betamax format. But you guys that are familiar with my channel also know that I love LaserDisc. And so let's go ahead. We're going to get started. So we'll pick up. We're going to start with some of the Universal monster movies that we're going to pick up, because those are the ones we picked up first, and those are the ones that I'm going to be showing. First off, The Invisible Man, which was, what is this? Is there a date on here? Yeah, 1933. I think this was 32. Well, maybe it was 1933. So, anyway, The Invisible Man. And I had to rebuy The Raven and The Black Cat. This was a double feature LaserDisc. The first disc I got had severe rot, and it would also skip, so I couldn't watch the full movie of The Raven. The Black Cat would play, but again, it had a lot of video noise. The Raven was the one that had the most trouble. That was the one I couldn't finish, and it had severe rot, so I bought another copy from the same seller, because he had more than one. There we go. These things are slippery. There we go. And we have The Wolfman. I believe this was, what, 1940 something? 1941, 43. I'm not really sure exactly, but yeah, The Wolfman. And then we have a double feature, Dracula's Daughter and The Ghost of Frankenstein. This also has a gatefold, but we'll show that in another video. And we have a very rare LaserDisc, one that is extremely hard to find, Creature from the Black Lagoon. And the only one I can see on eBay right now, the guy wants $300 for it. And it's not in as good a condition as this is. I think I bought this for about $30. I talked him, he wanted like 40 and I talked him down to 30. So there it is, Creature from the Black Lagoon. And this is the Invisible Man collection. So this has the Invisible Man Returns, Invisible Agent, Invisible Woman, the Invisible Man's Revenge. And it's been a while since I seen some of them, and well, this one I watched, but I haven't watched the others yet, but I will. And then this is the box set, so that's gonna pretty well cover for the Universal Monster movie collection. That's gonna complete as my collection for that. So far, I am going to get more of the Universal Monster movies on this format. I do plan on buying the 30 film Blu-ray collection. I do plan on buying that, so later we'll do a review on that. Then I picked up Crocodile Dundee 2, which is one that I needed to complete the Crocodile Dundee collection. And yes, I went ahead and bought Free Willy again. Now, actually, I bought Free Willy, and then later on I stumbled across all 3 of the Free Willys and got them for a good price. So I think I paid $25 for all 3. And they were listed as mint condition. And he's right, they are in mint condition. So we have Free Willy. And we have Free Willy 2. And look at the condition of these covers. They're just in great condition. And then finally, the third Free Willy movie, which is actually one of the hardest ones to come across for the LaserDisc format. They do, you know, you can find them every now and then, but it is a very hard title to find. And this is Free Willy 3, The Rescue. So I guess what Free Willy 2 has the Adventure Home, and then Free Willy 3 is The Rescue. I believe they rescue the whale from a oil spill. And so it's kind of cool. And then we got Michael Jackson's Thriller. This is something I now have in. I have the CED. I have the Betamax. And now I have the LaserDisc. Now, VHS is probably the next format that I'll get this one in, but you gotta have this in every format, because I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson, and I don't care what some people try to say about him. He is not a child molester, okay? He did not do that kind of thing. It was just a money thing. It was a parent trying to get money. I don't care what anybody says. Michael Jackson is a good man. He is not a child molester. He would never hurt any children. He would never, ever hurt a child. And I know that 100%. So, please don't listen to all the lies and the bullshit that at first I listened to the lies, but then I did my research and I went by, you know, the feelings of my heart tells me he is a good man, that he didn't do the bad stuff that they're trying to say that he did. Yes, I know he's been dead for several years now. You know, he's been gone from, what, 13 years he's been gone, you know, but still, there's still garbage going around about him, but I know that he is a good man. So, with that said, we'll move on to the rest of the review. But this was one of my favorite songs that he did. He did a lot of great songs, by the way. And then there's the front of the cover. Michael Jackson's Thriller. Now we have, you guys know, Ghostbusters. I've been wanting to add number 1 to my collection. I was able to buy number 2 sealed. And I found this, and it looked like it was sealed in the photos. But it wasn't sealed. But it did have the shrink wrap around the cover. So that was good because that really protected the cover and made the cover look new. So that's why I bought it, because no, it wasn't new, but it looks new. So I bought it because I figured I may never ever get a hold of a sealed copy of Ghostbusters 1. And I was shocked I was able to find number 2 sealed. But now I have number 1. So I have both number 1 and number 2. I have this on LaserDisc now. I have number 1 on beta. And I have both of them on DVD. And I am searching for number 2 on the beta format. Yes, number 2 was put out on beta, but finding one is almost impossible. I may never find Ghostbusters 2 on the beta format, but the next best thing would be to buy it on VHS. And because there's so many VHSs out there, I'm pretty sure I can come across a sealed copy of number 1 and number 2 on the VHS format. Now, back when I was a kid, Mom and I used to watch this film all the time. This was one of my favorite films. Back when I was a kid, I thought this was such a cool film. You know, I remember I was like 3 or 4 years old when I got introduced to this movie. And my dad bought this movie on VHS. And in fact, I probably watched it so many times I actually wore out the tape. So this movie and I go way back. So there we go. And here's one that I've been wanting for a long time. The Shining. I've been wanting it on LaserDisc for a long time. I'm also looking for it on beta. I want to buy the beta copy because it would be awesome to have on beta. And I would like to buy it on CED as well. But there we go, The Shining. And this is the American version. The Japanese import, I believe, is widescreen. This is a pan and scan. Unfortunately, it's pan and scan, but I think they probably have widescreen versions available. I am going to be on the hunt for a widescreen version of this film. Even though it's only pan and scan, it's still worth having. And I like both the pan and scan and widescreen versions. I actually like to collect both if I can. Now, with Ghostbusters, they have the Criterion Collection, which is done in letterboxed. So, I will like to buy the Criterion Collection of the Ghostbusters, and, you know. So, but with The Shining, I want to get a widescreen version. So there's that. And then we have a film from the early 90s. I was pretty little when this one came out, and I never watched this film when it first came out, but this one came out, I would have been real little. I didn't actually watch this film until many years later. I was a young teenager when I first saw this film, Captain Ron. This film I watched at a family friend's house. And this movie was a pretty good movie. It's basically, if you haven't seen this one, I recommend you do. It's got Kurt Russell in it, and he's very good. Doesn't matter what he plays, he's just really good in it. I have the movie Used Cars, which was another one that he was in that I really liked. But anyway, I watched it at a friend's house. Earl Cottle was his name, but we actually watched it. Our family was at his house, and we watched it. And this was one of the films that we watched. And this one, sometimes you can find it on LaserDisc, and sometimes you can't. I've been searching for this film on LaserDisc for over a year. I wanted this. And yes, unfortunately, this is a pan and scan version, but I don't care. At least I have the movie, and I have it on a format that I really like. Of course, this also got digital audio, so that's always a plus. Most LaserDiscs have digital audio. And finally, we have one that's been on my list for quite a few years now. I've been looking for this film and didn't want to pay the price that this film usually goes for. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. So this one usually goes anywhere from 50 to 100, 150. I've seen this film for almost $150. So I was able to find one for $30. $30 was a good deal, considering that the shrink wrap was still around it, so it did protect the artwork. So, and the disc has a few minor scratches, but it plays all the way through the movie, no problems. I just watched this film tonight, played beautifully, and a very good film. Very happy to have it in my collection. This is a film that usually everybody wants. I think, you know, if you're my age or older, this is something that everybody wants. Okay, so we got one more that I forgot to add, and that is Dumb and Dumber. That's the last one to add to the video. Anyway, hope you enjoyed looking at these laser discs and for the month of June. Like I said, we've got Vegas Vacation, which is on the way. As soon as that comes in, which is probably going to be in a week, maybe 2 weeks, who knows. But when that comes in, we'll do just a separate video, and we'll just make that one the last disc for the month of June. So we'll make that as a kind of an extension video. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. I would appreciate it, and thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.